Hey, what is up, lovelies? It's Lynn the Gacha Goblin, and just a little update on everybody. The cards that I got clearly the dupe for Silas's kitty card. That was by complete accident, actually. So I got his kitty card. I also got, let's see, I got Xavier's, as we all know, here, and I also got Raphael's. I got Raphael's as well. Isn't that crazy? And I also got a dupe for Zane's kitty card too. This was from the selectable crate that I got. So very crazy, very crazy. I'm very happy. I was also able to get all of the outfits and the tails and whatnot. So exciting. Alright, so we're going to experience, let's see, let's go over and, we're gonna do Silas's card first. Okay, so, Meow's Cafe is currently closed after locals reported hearing meows coming from it every day. Even more bizarre, Silas has vanished since I convinced him to play kitty cards a few days ago. Did he vanish because he grew cat ears? That is so funny.
You know where to find me, Miss Hunter.
Another voicemail. Level B. Commission. Details. Uncover the identity of the black market dealer codenamed Snowy Owl and stop the illegal trafficking of high-risk evil wanderers. The true identity and age of Snowy Owl remain unknown. This individual uses a protocol as authentication, which contains trading passwords encoded through unknown technology. Objective: locate Snowy Owl's hideout. Does your boss man know who Snowy Owl is? Could it be, by any chance, an old friend of his?
Boss man only has enemies as far as we're concerned. I'm afraid you'll have to ask him yourself about this person.
But he's been missing for 3 days now.
Bitter smiles discreetly grace Luke's and Kieran's faces as they answer my questions.
He hasn't returned since he went to Lincoln last week.
But why couldn't I contact him when I tried to call?
Boss didn't want us to talk about it.
But if it's an emergency, you can check Meow's Cafe. You know, the one in Lincoln.
What is he doing at Meow's Cafe?
He's just visiting.
Suspicious. The door to Meow's Cafe is closed. A sign at the entrance shows scrolling text that reads, "The cafe is temporarily closed. The reopening date is to be determined." Last week, I dragged Silas here to play kitty cards with me, and taking advantage of his bad luck, I made him suffer a crushing defeat. Don't tell me he's still upset about that.
This cafe had a week-long celebration event, but after it ended, the establishment closed. I guess they're doing some renovating.
I passed this place a few days ago when I just got off work. The lights in the cafe were still on after midnight, and the constant meowing creeped me out.
There's a metaflux fluctuation inside the cafe. I sneak in and mentally prepare myself for whatever awaits me. Yet, what I see is still beyond my wildest imagination. The evil kitties that usually stay in their cups are out and about. They're circling the auto manager and meowing incessantly as if they are speaking something.
I'm sorry, miss, but our cat cafe only serves cat customers at this time.
A Siamese cat jumps out on the table with its tail raised high. Its bristling fur makes it look like a sea urchin. Whoa.
I apologize for the negative experience caused by our clerical butler. We value everyone's feedback, and your comments have been recorded.
Is the kitty filing a complaint?
With a sleek body, long legs, perfect toe beams, and beautiful fur, the clerical butler should have made a great human cuddle buddy.
A sleek body, long legs, perfect toe beans, and beautiful fur.
But he always has the stern look on his face, and he's very rude. He disrespects the customers and doesn't cooperate. This isn't the first time I receive feedback like this.
They're not talking about Silas, are they? While Otto is calming down the agitated cats, I quietly slipped into the other room.
That's not a spot for you to climb on, little guy.
Silas sits leisurely on the sofa since he's buried under a pile of fluffy kitties. He picks up one that's attempting to hide under his shirt collar. The cats are actually cuddling him. He lifts his head and meets my surprised gaze. His expression remains unfazed.
Ah, here comes another one.
Cat ears?
They're not a prop. These are real, kitten.
This is a special gene product extracted from evolvers who can biologically modify themselves. Its inhibitor is known exclusively to the creator. Last week, Mr. Silas petted our cats for no justified reasons when he was playing with kitty cards. Our staff was very annoyed. We decided to punish him for his actions.
A bold cat climbs onto Silas's chest, but it's swiftly grabbed by the hand of fate.
Butler Caracal, put down our esteemed guest now! Let me remind you that if you don't change your attitude, those cat ears will become permanent.
Is that so? I'm so scared.
Silas nonchalantly shoves the cat into my hands.
Snap out of it. I guess someone's already forgotten why she's even here in the first place.
He once again reads my mind. I focus my attention back on the purpose of my visit. There's a black market merchant who goes by the name of Snowy Owl. Do you know this person?
That does ring a bell. You're looking for this person? Then we need to pay a visit to the cruise ship.
Silas speaks. As Silas speaks, he gets up and lifts two cats by the scruff of their necks. They had jumped onto the couch in an attempt to cuddle him against his will. The two cats dangle helplessly in the air and meow up a storm.
Butler Caracal, put down the guests! Your service rating is already in the negatives!
Manager, letting him stay in the cafe will only worsen your customer satisfaction. Let me handle this. I promise that if you give me 1 day, I'll make sure he is an obedient, well-behaved butler.
This Caracal butler is very unruly. It will be a challenge to train him in such a short time frame.
Link on transfer. A fee of 100 has been paid.
This is the rental fee for the day.
Deal.
100? That's what I'm worth?
I probably overpaid, to be honest. Anyway, let's go. This is so cute. Once aboard a small yacht, we set sail into the vast ocean. The grand luxurious cruise ship awaits us as it teems with activity. Silas and I step onto it in the afternoon.
We'll be entering international waters tonight. That's when this boat will become a black market. Snowy Owl has been a permanent resident on this cruise ship and never sets foot on land.
According to intel provided by the association, Snowy Owl is very interested in evolvers who can biologically modify themselves. And Silas, who currently being punished by the evil cats, will be my assistant in helping me use this info to my advantage. Now that you're wearing your butler uniform, you'll have to put on an impressive show later. will lure Snowy Owl out in one go.
Okay. But shouldn't you have asked for my opinion before coming up with this plan?
I paid good money for you.
Please watch your step, my lady.
An afternoon tea party is currently taking place on the deck. I have purposefully selected this event because I can make an entrance with Silas by my side.
Look at that butler. Are those cat ears real?
Anyone who boards this cruise ship isn't a normal person.
Sit here, please. My lady, should I prepare the usual for your afternoon tea? Or would you like to try one of the ship's special delicacies?
Are there any teas I haven't tried?
There is one called Icy Solitude. Since it's brewed using the leaves of a rare polar plant, it can only be obtained through special means.
Since when did you thoroughly research this? I steal a glance at Silas as he pulls out a chair for me. His etiquette is impeccable. Its name does pique my one's curiosity. Alright, I'll try it. I hope it proves to be worthwhile. With his hand clad in white gloves, Silas gracefully stoops down to prepare tea for me, executing each movement with remarkable elegance. And with composed grace, I sip my drink. I could feel many eyes focusing on me. Honestly, it's rather mediocre. This can't compare to the strata I usually have.
Indeed. The plant used for strata is gathered from caverns that lie hundreds of meters below the Earth's surface. Its exceptional rarity truly sets it apart from the rest.
Silas and I play off each other. Our nonsensical show is flawless, more or less.
Although she has an understated demeanor, she has an air of finesse. I wonder who she is.
She must be a big shot, since she can train such kind of evolver into her butler.
Good. Everyone's attention is on me and Silas. Now we just... I turn to address Silas, who's standing behind me, but he's captivated by the sky, his gaze fixed on the seagulls circling overhead.
Miss, are you willing to trade away your butler? Name your price.
Jenny, you're being rude. An item as rare as this should be presented to all potential buyers. Then, after the bids are placed, the object goes to the highest bidder.
You're calling Silas an object. As passerbys continue to approach me, inquiring about my price, I elegantly stand up from my seat. I look at Silas to get his opinion, only to see he has grabbed a seagull. The bird is struggling to set itself free. Sir. I immediately step in front of him. I pry open his hand to release the terrified, innocent bird. Did these seagulls attack you or something?
It was out of instinct.
A passerby, dressed in exotic clothing, walks up to us.
Miss, may I speak to you in private?
Speak to you! Speak to you!
As soon as I see the colorful parrot perched on his shoulder, a sense of foreboding washes over me. Unsurprisingly, Silas succumbs to his impulses and reaches out.
It's mine.
Bad person! Help! Help!
I quickly snatch the parrot from him and put it back on the passenger's shoulder. Then I quickly grab those fidgeting hands. My caracol butler can be bargained for, but it depends on what you bring to the table. Ladies and gentlemen, I look forward to seeing you this evening at the banquet. Inside the first-class cabin, Silas surveys the room. There is a hint of irritation on his face.
Why were you nervous? I wasn't gonna do anything to the parrot.
Except, like, bite into its neck, probably. I don't believe in a feline's promise to not harm birds. Why are you all riled up?
I'm not. I'm just patrolling my territory.
He casually settles down on the couch and starts blowing on his palm. A colorful feather rises and falls. Wait, isn't that a feather from the parrot? You didn't pluck it, did you?
The bird was molting because of how scared it was. Why are you blaming me?
The colorful feather is blown into the air. He catches it and brings it back to the front of his mouth. You're not your usual self, Silas.
Yeah, I'm not the Silas you'd normally see anyway.
Is it because of the special gene product?
Caracals naturally dislike water. You brought me onto a ship, so of course I'm going to feel agitated. Come closer.
Silas pulls me into his embrace, burying his head in my shoulder as he takes a deep breath.
I knew it. Only familiar pheromones can calm me down.
I'm still counting on your dazzling charm tonight to help me catch the big fish.
Then you should stay quiet and don't move. Let me get more of my sedative.
My God. Wow. Okay. During the banquet, people mingle and enjoy their drinks. Enchanting music fills the air. At first glance, nothing is different from a typical high-class party.
The technology in this chip is like having the brain of a top scientist.
Fully automatic smart prosthetics? How disappointing.
Having eavesdropped on several conversations, I feel like everyone on the ship could be in prison for at least 100 years.
My lady, has anything caught your eye?
You should know my taste.
Of course. Please allow me to inspect the goods before presenting them to you.
As soon as Silas and I appeared at the banquet, the crowd's gaze follows us. It's mainly because of Silas's special cat ears. Not his tail.
I bet 70% of the people here are interested in me.
Then play your part. We're going to spice things up. He lowers his head obediently, letting me play with his soft, irresistible cat ears. They twitch slightly under my touch, and I can practically feel the curious gazes around us brighten.
Or should we add fuel to the fire?
His fluffy ears gently brush against the side of my face a few times. Soon enough, a waiter comes over with a long list.
Miss, here is a list of gifts for you from the guests who are attending tonight's auction. Should you find something that suits your fancy, you may visit the sender's private lounge. They would be delighted by your presence. Oh, and don't forget to bring your butler.
Silas sits down on the couch and helps me unwrap the presents. He's practically buried in boxes, his eyes half closed with boredom. A prophecy book from 2,000 years ago?
Boring.
Here's some long-distance hypnotizing spray. A protocore cat wand? It's powered by a protocore and automatically switches between different modes. Out of instinct, he paws at the cat wand in my hand. Then he immediately looks away in disdain. Is this a collar? Let me read the instructions. I wonder what's so special about it. But before I can take a closer look at it, Silas suddenly picks up a gift box that's just been opened.
Our fish has taken the bait.
Inside the gift box lies a deep blue protocore. Through the lighting surrounding it, I spot a string of floating numbers within. It matches up with the intel. Snowy Owl is really interested in you. If she buys you, I'll have an insider.
That's the next step of your plan? You're going to sell me off so I can be another woman's pet?
Well, I think it's a good plan. Since you're the leader of Honor Kindness, you must have good acting skills, right? I'll quickly sneak in and place a tracker while you entertain her. You just need to keep her busy for 5 minutes. Silas spreads his arms and leans back. He looks arrogant.
Don't forget that I'm not a qualified butler. If I'm suspected of...
In that case, you can try. You can try being super cute. Who would ever be suspicious of an adorable kitty like yourself? Oh my god, we called him a kitty. Yes, yes, yes.
I'm sorry, kitten, but being cute isn't my forte.
Come on, it's easy. Pretend I'm Snowy Owl. Let's do a practice round. That is adorable. Oh, that was really quick. What was that? Snowy Owl likes men who are obedient and well behaved. And you're...
Do I meet your expectations, my lady?
Oh, come on, this is no defense zone all over again. Well, you cost me a lot of money. What was that? Well, you've cost me a lot of money, so what can you do? The lines go so quickly, why is that?
I've only been a butler for a few days. If my service isn't good enough, there's no refund.
Then do your best to impress me. Show me what you're capable
You're
of.
enjoying this, aren't you, my lady?
Yep. Good, that's a cute expression.
Cute, huh? Even though the ears are temporary, they're a part of me for now. You shouldn't touch me so casually. I'm not used to it.
Well, you better get used to it. Snowy Owl likes the cat ears. Something, something. What? Okay.
I guess you're well acquainted with a cat's weak spots. Yes, this side as well.
Oh my god. Why did you stop? You were doing so well.
My lady, are you really doing this so another woman can have me?
You need to be a good cat boy. Crap, what if Snowy Owl isn't interested in you?
You thought I was talking about that? What's wrong with your head?
Silas, isn't... Wait, what was that? It's so fast. Silas, is that why you don't want to be bought by Snowy Owl?
I don't recall ever agreeing to this little plan of yours. By the way, do you actually not care if I become someone else's cat?
This collar can register. Oops, too fast. My God, this collar can register a pet owner's biological pheromone.
So you already prepared your trump card.
I quite enjoyed that kindled moment. That was a really cute one. In the evening, while Silas distracts Snowy Owl in the private lounge, I use this chance to sneak into her room to install a tracking device. After returning to my cabin, I start removing any biological traces while anxiously waiting for Silas to return. Suddenly, there's a knock. I grasp my firearm and silently hide behind the door.
Meow. You're a very cautious person, kitten.
I grasp Silas's hands to inspect them, then I gently caress his cheeks.
Now you look like someone who just reunited with her long-lost cat.
You still want to mess around, huh? Well, nothing appears to be out of the place.
I've encountered more dangerous people, but you weren't this nervous before.
It's different this time.
How so?
His dark red pupils fixate on me. Did Snowy Owl do anything to you?
You were worried about that?
His mood visibly improves.
You didn't think twice about sending me out, though.
I'm just worried about you getting distracted by other people's treats while wearing the collar I gave you.
Just so you know, I really enjoy watching when you're not being honest with yourself.
Silas takes my hand and places something in my palm.
Don't worry. Everything was properly dealt with. I didn't even have to step through the door.
It's a slender little bottle, the spray that is said to be capable of making anyone fall asleep from a long distance.
There was actually something useful in all those gifts you received. I decided to put it to good use.
Why didn't you tell me earlier?
I winged it. And I figured I could check to see if my lady wasn't actually planning to sell me and run off herself.
Whoa, speedboat. Bathed in moonlight, the sea is tranquil. Our speedboat drifts farther and farther away from the cruise ship.
We've deployed one of our squads using the location signal. The mission was completed flawlessly.
With my mission over, my tense nerves finally relax. Soon enough, I notice a black briefcase that's next to my seat.
Careful. The thing inside can accidentally go off.
Despite saying that, Silas maintains his composure as he drives the speedboat. Is it a weapon? You got it from the ship?
If we want to get technical, I'm just a butler acting on my lady's behalf.
Did you plan this from the start? You used me to get on board and steal whatever you wanted?
You're the one who wanted me to help you catch a fish. Is a cat even capable of scheming? I just wanted to get some treats.
You're a greedy opportunist. The speedboat glides gracefully into the serene, waveless shallows. Under the bright moonlight, we leave behind the hustle and bustle. You used me again to get something for yourself. That was a lesson.
Wasn't selling me part of your plan, though. You also can't just let me pointlessly address you as my lady so many times.
I have an urge to flick his cat ears again because I'm annoyed, but upon seeing how soft and fluffy they are... Is he purring? Silas slightly squints like a content cat. Silas, you're acting like a real cat now.
Being a cat every once in a while isn't too bad. A cat can be easily satisfied.
But you can usually get whatever you want. How are you still not satisfied?
The more you have, the more you desire.
When was the last time you felt satisfied?
I don't remember.
That's not fair. Compared to you, I'm content all too often.
Touching cat ears can make you satisfied?
Yeah. Reluctantly, I nod. Mirth appears in his gaze. I can't tell if it's because of his feline nature or how he currently feels.
In that case, I have a suggestion, since we still have some time before the dawn arrives.
As Silas says this, he stops the speedboat with one hand. Lincoln's coast is in the distance. Did I skip a line? Do. Okay. I did not. Alright. He leans down, taking my hand and placing it on his cat ears.
You did hire me, kitten. It's only fair to get your money's worth. And on this speedboat, there are only opportunists who never accept losses.
In the shallow water's serene embrace, the small speedboat sways like a cradle. That was it. That was really cute. I like that. I enjoyed that. So what? Like, we'll never know if he loses his cat ears? That was entertaining. Very entertaining. I like the whole interactions with Silas as a cat. I enjoy that, you know, cat's instincts. He was trying to grab the birds. That was really funny. And I enjoyed the Kindle moment. The Kindle moment, I would give a fun level 9 out of 10. Spiciness level, there's just like that one moment, so probably 7 out of 10. But overall, very cute. Not necessarily super heartfelt or like emotional like Wander and Wonder, but it was a fun card to experience. I very much liked it. Yeah, I enjoyed that. We're going to be reacting to the other 3 cards as well, so stay tuned for that. But thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, leave a like down below, and if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. I cover love and deep space on this channel. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I am Lynn, the Gacha Goblin, and I will see you lovelies in the next video. Bye-bye now.